up in this life like. She said don't be stressing in the limelight. But get your mind right. Hey, prayers up for the most part. Ain't no chillin' on the sofa. Head gone, head so far. In the clouds any minute now. I should get it now, already told ya. I've been tired of the useless. I've been tired of the using. I ain't even talking loosely. Lord, don't move me. Thinking it's a movie. I just wanna make a movie.
30 seconds left to go. There we go.
Nice job finding his open gap.
Jacking the fool again, JaVale. Carry. Ain't a real nice. Block party. Rebound. Let's go.
I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the seven.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets as they play against the Chicago Bulls. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets returned to relevance last season after their ill-fated 2013 trade with Boston cost them years of first-round draft picks. D'Angelo Russell was their first All-Star in half a decade, and in 2019 they made the playoffs. You've got to give credit to this front office for building a roster without a lot of top picks. Kevin?
Really making the most of not having much to work with. Thank you, D.A. While adjusting to the NBA game for this latest class of rookies, Doris, always growing pains of a feeling out process. It's always interesting to watch that being put together.
There are, Kev. There always seem to be a couple of welcome to the NBA moments as a rookie. Certainly you might take your lumps here and there, but this is a talented young group. Can't wait to see what they do.
I can't either. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Rose is out there with Jordan. And it's Pippen in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nets, Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with Jarrett Allen. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now, here is Irving. Pass to Durant. Puts it up from 15. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, Kevin Durant's looking at the defender like, hey, if you're going to give me that, I'm going to take it.
Jordan, the pass to Rose. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's LeVert. The basket good off the assist from Durant.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. Following the bucket by the Nets. And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, it's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
Rose against Irving. Outside Durant. Shoots over Pippen. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Irving against Rose. Pass to KD. Tries it from 19. That one a little long. Bulls have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Uncovered. Pippen misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Jordan trying to free himself up and finished off by KD.
Well, how about the persistence of KD? He knows he has the size and the reach to keep those possessions alive.
So the wing on the left. Here's Rose. That shot off the mark. Good D by Irving. The Nets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Durant. Great showing for him last season. 8th in free throw shooting. And, of course, he was among the best in the league when it came to putting the ball in the basket. Top 10 in scoring.
And again, you gotta love his commitment to excellence. He owns the free throw line. It's truly an impact part of his game. Trying to get open is Carter.
This is not the guy you want in your zip code when the ball is going up. DeAndre Jordan twice on the pipes.
And Allen slams it in.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Now here's Rose. Sweet little floater.
Well, the floater has always been a key shot in Derrick Rose's arsenal, and the later he gets in his career, the more we may see him deploy it.
Now here's Jordan. The lead is 2. He dishes it to Durant. A second chance effort, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Pippen.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Nets shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
He's off on the first.
And after spending his first NBA decade with the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan bounced around last season. Remains a supreme athlete and rebounder, though, at that center position.
Now here's Pippen. Pass to Rose. Jordan kicks to Pippen. Shoots. Allen with the rebound. And a nightly double-double threat is DeAndre Jordan, but some dissatisfaction with his play last season. Great play was that.
Well, I felt like his impact has tailed off just a bit from his peak with the Clippers. Sometimes the great athletes have more of an adjustment as they enter their 30s.
Now here's Jordan. Yep, that one goes.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
The pass to LeVert. Back to Irving. Shot clock at 5. Over Rose. Another shot, and Allen with the layup. Allen's got his second basket.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jarrett Allen.
Rose passes to Pippen. Some solid defense there from KD.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Bulls trailed by 7. Left side Rose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
You have to remember, the Nets surrendered their draft pick every year for 5 straight years between the years 2014 to 2018. How they turned that into a playoff run last year, one of the great stories in the league.
And he knocks down the first one. And Doris, you're right. Those picks you're referring to surrendered by the Nets in their 2013 trade with the Celtics.
And think about it, Kev. That transaction was one in a string of trades by the Nets, trading their picks for veterans. This 2019 draft, only the second time the Nets controlled their pick in the last 9 years. What they have achieved in the face of that is nothing short of remarkable.
Now here's Allen. 17 points for him last game against Portland.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Here's LeVert. Jordan kicks to Irving. Jordan the pass to Allen. Over Carter. Jordan trying to free himself up. Allen's shot is off. Bulls trail by 5. Rose attacking, lays it up and banks it in. Rose has got 6.
And that is one of Derrick Rose's signature moves. May not be as fast as he once was, but boy, that explosive first step remains.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 25-point game against Portland.
And guys, he was also huge on defense, turning away 2 shots and altering countless more.
LeVert against Pippen. Poke loose. Here's Irving. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. DeAndre Jordan, 3rd.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Jordan kicks to Rose. With the floater, and Jordan sends it back. Jordan against LeVert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, this guy, Kyrie Irving, just so reminiscent of his idol, Kobe Bryant. He is one of the cold-blooded scorers in the game, an absolute torture for a defender to guard.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And you know, Doris, for both Kyrie and Kobe, each had an urge to step out on his own, to put their fingerprints on a team.
No doubt, Kevin. For Kobe, it was Shaq. For Kyrie, it was LeBron. And think about last season. Kyrie actually called LeBron to apologize. But let's not kid ourselves, right? He is most comfortable in the starring role.
Both free throws good for Irving.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Out to the wing. Rose against Irving. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
There is a persistence and a willingness to seek contact and still finish by Derrick Rose. Nicely done.
And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for Irving. Free throw drops for Rose.
And until their playoff run, the Brooklyn Nets weren't a team we thought of as a free agent destination. And Doris, you almost forget that they play in the biggest market in the country.
And Greg, who would have thought that in New York and Los Angeles, arguably the most competent franchises would be the Nets and the Clippers. These are 2 of the historically dilapidated teams, no longer content to play second fiddle in those major markets.
And here's Pippen after the three-pointer from KD. Pippen against KD. Shoots over KD. Pippen, no luck.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now here's Here's Dinwiddie. He's coming off a 22-point game against Portland. Ring shot on the way, and it falls over the rim and in. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
It's Jordan on the wing. Shoots over LeVert. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
And the defining trait of the greatest of superstars, Jordan makes the players around him better, mentally, in terms of effort, and in terms of their performance.
First one falls for him. You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, so a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Now, Dinwiddie, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And what you love about his work defensively, the ability to challenge and change shots without fouling.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Offensive rebound, Jordan, and it's blocked. And here we go, fast break, Levine's got it. It's hauled in by Harris.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Durant down low. He's against Jordan. It's good. 13 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Dinwiddie with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Dinwiddie with the ball, and it's Durant, that time on the assist by Dinwiddie. And now it's a 12-point Nets lead. The Bulls shooting in this first quarter, around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. You know, Doris, at times, he's been the Nets' best player. Spencer Dinwiddie rewarded last season with a 3-year, $34 million extension.
Well, I think he's earned it, Kevin, right? Because he has started for them, he has come off the bench, and to this young man's great credit, he has accepted and excelled in either role. And I'll tell you, it's unusual for a point guard at 6'6". He has done nothing but enhance his versatility.
Teams making some changes here.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris. Last season's performance for him averaged about 13 points a game last season, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Now, here is Young. No points in the game yet for him. Clock at 4. Gafford passes to Young. Looking to end the run. No good off the back of the rim. Nets leading by 12. And it's Durant missing.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing. Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Poked away. Pass to Claxton. Porter against Harris. Here's Claxton. No good with the triple. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 10-point game. Porter kicks to Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. For the three. Knocks down the three ball. Levine's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls.
Boy, Zach LaVine, such tremendous lift on his jumper. How about that from range?
Durant up top, 16 points for him. And that one drops. And the Nets lead by 9.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
To the left wing. Rose, that's good. Rose has got 13 points.
It helps to have the basketball on a string, right? Derrick Rose handles the ball so well he can get anywhere he wants.
KD passes to Dinwiddie. Back to Durant. Levine against Johnson.
Such a big-time athlete. LaVine makes the hardest moves look easy.
Dinwiddie against Rose. Here's Claxton. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Claxton's got his second basket of the game. Bulls trail by 7. Outside Rose. Pass to Young. Over KD. Young's shot is off. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Harris drives in. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Passes it to Claxton. And the three ball is good. Claxton's got his third bucket of the night.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Young passes to Levine. Here's Gafford, guarded by Harris. To the paint, here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
Rising to the cup, Porter showing what he can do.
Nets leading by 8. And Levine comes to help. Shot, high post. Shot by Johnson, no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Rose. Can't hit that one. And Brooklyn will come the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, that was a rough outing. They did a few good things, but the inconsistencies caught up to them in that one.
To be perfectly frank with you, Greg, I'm surprised it was as close as it was. I thought they were outclassed all night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
And Greg, you know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
KD's shot is off. Bulls trail by 5. Here's Levine, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Oh, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
And the first one drops.
And what we've seen recently from Zach LaVine is his willingness to embrace more responsibility. And that has helped him become one of the game's most prolific scorers.
And he can't hit the second.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Rose in the post. He's guarded by Johnson. And the basket by Rose.
Well, this guy is such a strong decision maker. Derrick Rose with the mid-range jumper. Yes, that's in my bag as well.
To the middle. Out to KD. Banked in off the glass. Durant's got 18 points.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right and knowing that these guys have my back.
They certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there, and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Claxton in at the 5. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, this is one of Rose's few offensive limitations, right? That consistency from deep range, but he drills that one.
Rose with the double team. Down low, here's Harris. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got 6 assists now in the game. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie against Levine. Kicks it to Rose. And there's the call. It's on Spencer Dinwiddie. That is his first foul of the game. The Bulls making a switch here. Pippin's checked in. Porter passes to Levine. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
And Chicago has possession. Porter finds Rose. Back to Porter. 6 to shoot. From deep. Rebound, Brooklyn. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Dinwiddie dishes to Irving. Claxton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Otto Porter Jr. The Nets have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
Taking 2 shots. Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, he graduated as your college's all-time assist leader. Talk about some of the key traits of a great playmaker.
I think historically speaking, when we think about great lead guards, Kevin, we talk about unselfishness, vision, patience. Who are the players that make their teammates better? Though probably the one underrated aspect of a point guard to me, Kevin, is communication. Are you constantly looking for opportunities to communicate to your teammates, make them feel good about themselves, give them confidence? That, to me, is probably the most underrated aspect of it.
And Doris, when you played, you took such great pride in each and every one of those things.
I did. I love trying to make my teammates better. It feels great to make somebody feel good.
And you look at Wendell Carter Jr., the center out of Duke, fantastic blend of size and mobility. A lot to like about what he can do.
free throw missing. And with Wendell Carter Jr., we saw flashes of his potential last season.
Easy to see why he was a snap pick at 7 for the Bulls back in 2018. As he gets more comfortable in his role and his teammates lean on him, he could be a force.
And the second free throw, good. Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. They lead by 4. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, the Chicago Bulls continue to be a team in rebuild mode. They traded for Otto Porter at the deadline last season, and that seemed like a turning point. It lessened the logjam in the front court, and his versatile game fit well with some of the young players. Now that they've added rookie Kobe White with other moves this summer, fans are eager to see this young team take the next step. Kevin?
And David, they've got some pieces too. Thank you. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Karis LeVert comes in for Harris. Here is Rose. He's got 18. That shot off. Good D by Irving. And Levine comes to help. Dinwiddie passes to Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Well, last season for sure, Greg, a bit of a journey for DeAndre Jordan as he went from the Mavericks to the Knicks before his free agency. Now he is a part of Brooklyn.
And both KD and Kyrie took pay cuts to get Jordan on board. Still a factor with his size and defense despite a lackluster year in 2019. Nets are hoping he can find his magic and be a force once again.
No good on that one.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
Irving with the steal. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Bulls trail by 7. Bean passes to Rose. From 13 feet, it goes down. Rose has got 20 points.
I'd say he gets on a roll, you better watch out. Rose is having a tremendous night. He's been relentless attacking.
The pass to Claxton. Here's the dish to Dinwiddie. LeVert with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. LeVert's got his second bucket tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
It's Pippen with a drive. The teardrop falls in.
And Pippen there driving hard inside, has the height and athleticism to consistently get it done in the paint.
Pops it up for Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, we've seen this 1 or 2 times, have we not? DeAndre Jordan, finishing end of the alley-oop. Nice.
Out to the right wing. Rose passes to Levine, and Levine throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. Dinwiddie outside. Irving passes to LeVert. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game. Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Dinwiddie outside. Here's Claxton. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Pippen. Outside Rose. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Zach LaVine. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Allen's checked in. Here's Jordan. Misses off the right iron. Nets leading by 4. A baseline J. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 12 rebounds. Pippen kicks to Jordan. And what a play. Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block.
And they continue to control the glass.
And it's Allen with the jam.
This guy does such an incredible job getting up and down the floor. Jared Allen's athleticism makes him a force in transition.
Markkanen dishes to Pippen. Five to shoot. Back to Markkanen. From outside the arc. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And early on, Markkanen has demonstrated how efficient he is from that range. Have to run him off the line.
Left side, Jordan. Back to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. Nets passing it around. Here's Irving. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And it's sent back by Allen. Here's LeVert. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Pippen. Bulls trail by 5. Over Allen. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 6th rebound on the night. LeVert against Jordan. LeVert the pass to Allen. He kicks it to Dinwiddie. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Pippen. Well, Chicago's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Yeah, and this is what happens when you have a scorer like Jordan on the floor. He attracts all that attention defensively, leaving guys wide open.
Allen dishes to Irving. Wide open. They get it back, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command. Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Feeds to Dinwiddie. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Bulls trail by 5. Outside Pippen. Dishes it to Jordan. Levine wide open. And the Bulls get it back. Markkanen got that bucket. Markkanen's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, how about the focus there by Markkanen? Terrific at keeping his eyes on the basket, not letting the D affect his rhythm.
Pass to Irving. Looking to get it going. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Chicago has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
Boy, you do not want Levine getting all the way to the rack. Where is the rotation?
Jordan against Dinwiddie. Passes to Allen. He dishes it to Irving. Nice D from Levine.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Here's Pippen. It's good. Pippen's got the lead up to 1 now for Chicago.
Yeah, and Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
Allen right side. And Allen slams it in.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
And I think they count on him for that, Greg. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Jordan can't get it to go. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. They've held a 12-point lead early. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Well, Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Now the pass to LeVert. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. LeVert's got 6 points in the quarter.
How about the response by Caris LeVert? This guy wanted to get it right back.
Here's Jordan. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Irving double team. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Well, DeAndre Jordan's a problem because if he gets that close, you know the defense has to commit to him.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Jordan. Brooklyn making some changes. Harris comes in for Caris LeVert. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Dinwiddie. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's Pippen. Good work there as it goes. Pippen's got 10 points. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
On the wing, Johnson. It's Allen on the wing. Kicks to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to Johnson. And the Nets miss again. Chicago's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Here's Jordan. And it's sent back by Allen.
Boy, you've got to watch those long arms of Jared Allen. Twice on the pipe. Send it back.
Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn trailing.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Jordan with it. He's got 8. To the inside. Here's Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
That one is off.
You hear this consistently about Thaddeus Young. He's going to do whatever you ask of him. He'll start, he'll come off the bench, but he is going to impact the game.
Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections.
The power on that throw down.
Oh, my goodness. The creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
Harris outside. On the wing, Johnson, guarded by Jordan. Johnson, the pass to Allen. And then Allen slams it in. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Up top, Pippen. He's got 10. Count that one.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Johnson outside. Down low. That's good from Harris on the by Johnson. Harris got 6 points in the quarter. That's the Young. And
Durant is playing spectacular defense, and it sets the tone for the entire team.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Pippen. There's 1:34 left in the second quarter. Again, Young missing.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
A career best season for Kyrie Irving in 2018-19. Scoring just as great as ever, but it was the other areas, playmaking, rebounding, defense, where he made tremendous strides.
Free throw, good, Irving. And the Celtics expected Kyrie to become a better passer and defender in Boston.
They felt he had the capability. You could argue that those improvements have elevated him from a great scorer to a great player in our league.
Bounce pass from Rose. And then slammed in by Jordan.
He got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Pass to Irving. KD against Young. KD passes to Johnson. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan.
And what you see with Jordan, running full speed, but always in complete control.
Irving double team. To the paint. Young with the steal. Irving against Jordan. Wants to get it to Rose, and does.
Well, as much scoring as Jordan does, the only thing he really cares about is that the team wins.
Irving kicks to KD. Passes it to Johnson. Now, here is Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Jordan with the rebound.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
The shot comes out. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Bulls. They're up by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Zach, a hard-fought first half. What changes have to be made to get a little separation?
They're making tough shots. We're trying to stick to our concept, so we got to come back, make plays, make shots, and, just stay solid.
Always a challenge for a young team. Thanks for your time, Zach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. They looked like a more focused team in the second quarter, and what was an early deficit for them has turned into a 3-point lead at the break. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, I thought their turning point was when the bench came in. Those guys really hustled, and they gave the team some energy, and then they started to score baskets. That was a bonus.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joel, what up?
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Michael Jordan is out there with Rose. And it's Pippen in at the small forward. And here is Irving. The feed to KD. And then Durant with the jam.
You love the leadership of Kyrie Irving from the lead guard position. Yes, he's looking to score, but he's adept at finding the open teammate.
Here's Jordan. And that one is off. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Durant feeling it out a bit. Pops it up for Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Now, Kev, we're talking about a guy with great size and length and athleticism. DeAndre Jordan just keeps pressure on the defense.
Markkanen passes to Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Inside, Pippen. And it's Pippen with the jam. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck,